that. We got winners over here. We got winners over here. For the fans, front row to the nosebleeds.
Peace. It's the incomparable Red Fidel, and I'm in the street
with Tina B, and we in these streets, literally. And I have this gentleman here. What's your name, sir?
I am Red Fidel.
What Red Fidel? What does that mean? That's got to mean something.
Well, Red Fidel is a name that I came up with to actually describe me in my totality. Growing up in Miami, Florida, where I'm from, being of a lighter skin persuasion, we tend to call, people red. And Fidel just kind of goes back to my roots. I'm of Cuban ancestry, Afro-Cuban ancestry, along with Bahamian ancestry. So I lean towards the Fidel aspect, like Fidel Castro. And it just sounded good when I put it together, Red Fidel. So it kind of denotes who I am and, what I'm about.
Nice. So how long you been in Atlanta?
I've been in Atlanta. I came originally in the 90s, but I went back home and I came back in 07. So I've been here since 07. So I'm kind of like grandfather then.
What, you said the 90s, so you was here Freaknik time?
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Back and forth in the 90s. And I came in 95 for a stint.
Yeah.
And left in like 97, went back home and came back in 07. So
07, been here ever since?
Yeah.
Wow. So home or?
Oh, this home.
It's home now?
It's home, definitely.
Okay.
I never forget my roots. I love Miami, but this has been home. It's been good to me. Atlanta's definitely opened their arms to me and embraced me. So I'm very, very grateful.
So what do you call the music that you do?
Adult contemporary hip hop, which is on this shirt right here.
Okay.
I do a music that's geared more towards the adult listener, the mature audience, and that's my demographic. That's my aim, my focal point.
Will you be offended if someone compare you to Common?
Not at all. I always say that's a great compliment, but I'm uncommon.
Ha! I like that. That's a T-shirt. Hey.
Yeah.
So tell everybody, how did you get started in this particular genre?
Well, this particular genre, I've been doing hip hop since I was a teenager. I've been doing it for a while. And as I matured, I had to find a lane and an avenue that was more befitting for me, mentally, spiritually, and as a mature individual, basically as an adult. And because, this game is geared towards mainly the youth, this kind of young man sport. And for me to do it with the same zeal that I had when I was a young man, I had to find what works for me. And that's how I became the adult contemporary artist that I am and the flagship artist. This is my brand. This is my logo. It's trademarked, the whole nine. So I really, really push this right here.
Now, I met you at a movie premiere.
Right.
Do you do acting or you just?
I do.
You do?
It's
okay.
funny you say that. I actually have like three short films that are out. I got a film that I was in, is on Tubi. I got another film that it was on Netflix called Self. And just a bunch of other little short projects I'm doing. I actually also just did a film that I actually starred in, and that's being done up right now. They're going through the editing process, and hopefully that'll be out by next year. And I look forward to doing that. So acting is something that I like to do. And I actually did that first. Coming up in high school and drama and all that type of stuff, acting was something I did before I ever knew that I was even any sort of musical artist. So, yeah. So that was my first love.
Okay. So now that the music game is a bunch of kiddos. So how do you feel with being in that arena with the kids?
It's a peculiar feeling because they are kids. And when I look at those kids, I have children, and my children in age-wise surpass the ones that I'm around. So it's kind of a strange feeling. And hence the reason why I had to come up with the adult contemporary thing, because you kind of see where you like date yourself out of what's going on right now. But the good thing about it is it gives me an opportunity to stay with my finger on the pulse of what's happening with the youth. And then they look at me as OG or they look at me as Unc and things of that nature. And I take it as a compliment and honor because I'm able to impart any type of wisdom I can to them. Because right now, a lot of artists, they don't have artist development. They don't understand the aspects of what real MCing is about and stuff like that. So it's a pleasure and an honor for when I perform in front of them so they can get a glimpse of what started it and the true foundation of what rap music is and hip hop is, you know what I'm saying? So it works, but sometimes it plays on me and I have to remind myself what my purpose and my goal is.
Right. Very well said. Now, what made you decide this route instead of the hot route, the rap route. But you more, spoken word artist type. What made you go that route?
It's crazy because I'm like an amalgamation of all that. And it's really according to feeling and frequency, mood, how I'm feeling or whatnot. But I had to go that route because, again, where I'm at, I don't think that going a hot route is indicative or pertains to me as a person. So I just do music how I'm feeling it. Like today, I might do something that's more in the vein of what one would call neo soul, and tomorrow I might do some turned up. It's all on according to how I'm feeling, and that's what I like. I like being immutable like that, where my music is formless, and me as an artist, I'm shapeless. Like in the words of Bruce Lee, be water. Be water.
What would you tell someone your age range to follow their dream? Because a lot of people are like, you old now, you shouldn't be rapping. How do you feel about that?
I would say that first overcome that mountain, and that mountain is the thought, because I've been there before. You reach a point where people around you will tell you that, you shouldn't be doing this because of your age or this and that. But if that thing is in your heart and you really feel it, and it still has a place with you, and you feel like that's your portal. Because when I do music, I feel like I enter a time portal. Time doesn't exist, space doesn't exist. I'm just somewhere where I'm communing with something greater than myself. And I parallel that with a true gift and calling, and no one can age that out. That's something that's just you. Now you just got to find your demographic and the audience that actually is going to embrace what you're doing. And they're out there. They're out there because if you really look at, let's just say this genre of hip hop, music I do, what we call hip hop, the true hip hoppers are in their 50s and in their 60s, because this thing is like 40 years old now. So it's like or 40 or 50, forgive me for if I get the number wrong, but you got to understand that they still waiting for something that's going to speak to them from their time period. And so, hence I come to fill that void. And there are a lot of other artists like me that are doing the same thing. So salute to them for still finding that love and that compassion and that whole zeal to want to do this music. But to really answer your question, I say don't stop. If it's something you love to do, don't quit. If it's something you feel compelled to do, I say pursue it and just live. That's the biggest thing you could do. That's the biggest contribution you could give to your creator. The thing that's within you is to actually fulfill it and do it without anybody actually, giving you any pushback, any respite, anything that may hinder you from actually doing that thing that you truly love to do. And that's why I still do it. I still do it because I love to do it. Yeah. And honestly, because I'm really good at it.
That part.
I'm really good at it. Like not too many people messing with me. Young, old, or indifferent.
Nice. Now I just saw you recently on the Launchpad, I think it's called, with Jazzy Faye, and they gave you some really great criticism.
Salute to Jazzy.
Very, very good. So how did it make you feel to get that?
It made me feel good because they are my peers. They are my peers. And for them to recognize that, and not only recognize that, but to actually send that kind of energy out to me and let me know that no matter if the world knows me, what I do, what I represent, what I exhibit musically, it's solidified. It's official. And that was a real badge of honor that they gave me. Now it's time for the world to actually see the same thing and feel the same thing from my music. So it also gave me a bit of an impetus and a little fire under me to keep going in those times when I feel like that, I'm getting a little weary, I'm getting a little tired, I think about moments like that and I say, hold up, now I got to keep going. Let's keep it pushing, because I got people that's waiting to hit me who don't even know that they waiting to hit me.
Right.
Yeah. So it was a really good look.
That's really dope. Good look. That's dope. So what's next? What you got going on next?
Well, there's so many things I got going on. I got a video I just shot with me and Jugman, aka Young Ralph, for our new single Together Forever. That's it's going through the editing process now. I think we might have 1 or 2 more shoots we have to do. So get ready, be on the lookout for that video. Also working on a project. But I'm gonna continuously keep grinding. I'm gonna continuously keep putting my face in a place. It's about exposure at this point. It's about awareness and making the people, or letting people know that I'm out here. Making them aware that I'm out here, and I'm always looking to team up and do collabs with those worthy of me to be on their music. And that's where it's at. So I'm gonna stay humble, stay doing what I'm doing.
Nice, I love it. So tell everybody where to follow you.
You can follow me on IG. I'm at Red Fidel on IG, and that's spelled REDDFIDEL. I'm also on Facebook at Red Fidel, spelled the same way. I'm on YouTube as The Real Red Fidel. And then I'm also on TikTok at Red Fidel as well. So I look forward to you. Remember, newsflash, the one thing that if you don't know anything else, it's free. That's right. It's free to like, share, and comment. Don't cost you anything. And you go on the page, like, share, and comment. That's all it takes. See you at the next venue. See you at the stars and see you at the awards. Peace.
All right, you guys, and we out. It's in the street with Tina B.
For the fans, front row to the nosebleeds. We stop.